The interview with Herman the Rock.
Okay. So, hi, my name is Jacob.
I'm Mr. Johnson. How you doing?
Okay. So that is Herman, right?
This is Herman. He is my pet rock. He and I've known each other since 1976.
Cool. So this is my rock named Stormy. I don't really know when we met. My dad found him. So.
I understand. Storm's a very nice looking rock. Very smooth. Very smooth.
So where did you guys meet?
We met in northern Arkansas in the National Forest there. Herman, as you can tell, like Stormy, is a creek rock, very smooth. He and I met. It had rained and the creek was rising, and rocks don't swim. But they do very well at holding their breath. But as I jumped this little creek, he yelled at me, and it startled me. And he asked me if I'd carry him home because he was tired of holding his breath every time it rained. So we did a 2-week trial period.
Okay. Well, I've heard that you have rules set for Herman.
I have some guidelines. He and I sat down 12, 13 years ago, and I typed them out for him. He doesn't do very well with keyboards, but he kind of dictated it to me, and I typed it up. But it's, guidelines like don't throw them because they're not good at stopping unless they hit something or somebody. They're not much meat eaters. They're not very heavy eaters, mainly just vegetables and salads and stuff. But yeah, stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. So has he ever been thrown at someone?
Oh yes. My nieces threw them at my nephew numerous times. He will raise a knot on your head if he makes contact with you.
Yeah, kind of the same thing with Stormy. I try not to let him out of my backpack.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah. So, let me see. So, what has he been doing currently?
Mainly right now he stays at the house. We've got 3 dogs at the house, and he's trying to keep the dogs under control, which is a tough thing. They just tend to bat him around some, and not listen to him. He has hit the youngest one on the head once to get his attention, and now the youngest one's now scared of him. But I don't understand why.
I understand. Yeah, that can happen. Does he like sports or?
He loves to watch baseball. He gets it, and I was a big baseball fan, so that probably is the reason. He just loves the strategy of the game, and I think he identifies with the baseball, especially if it's a strike and not hit. He identifies with the baseball.
Okay. And I've heard that he's had a Facebook account.
He does have a Facebook account. I'm no longer myself active on Facebook, but when I was, Herman had more friends than I did. He has a great number of over 100 friends.
Wow.
And usually people that know both Herman and I, when they meet me, they'll say, "How's Herman?" That's usually about the same thing they say. So
That's nice. I really like that. So has he been active on Facebook or anything?
he'll post every once in a while. The biggest problem we have is we're trying to get the phone folks and the computer folks. He struggles typing. The speech to text thing on the phones, that helps him some, but it struggles with sometimes with the way he talks with his accent. There's no southern accent in the rock. It's just straightforward, perfect English, and the phones struggle with that.
Okay, well that's really nice. So, has he ever thought about branching out to any other social media?
No, I've talked with him about it, and a lot of the other social media deals with pictures and stuff like that, and he just can't operate the alleged smart devices, to where he can take a picture and a selfie or whatever they call it and put it online. So he hadn't done any of that.
Okay. And I've heard that he goes hunting with you, right?
He does. If I'm ground hunting, he just stays natural like this. He blends right in. He has a camouflage outfit for when we're bow hunting up in the stand. If we're gun hunting, a former student's parent made him a Hunter Orange outfit with the hat, the vest, and everything. And you know, so he's legal. And but it took us a long time to get good at it because he would see a deer and he'd start yelling at me, "Deer, deer, shoot it, shoot it!" You know, next thing I know, the deer's run off. And so it took a long time to get him to calm down around the deer. You know, but he enjoys it. He likes being back out in nature because that's where that's his natural place.
Does he read any?
He'll read some. But he's very much I like fiction, some fiction, but he is pure historical stuff. He don't like to read any of the fiction. He wants to stay with facts. Rocks are weird that way. At least he is. He don't want to deal with any fiction or make believe stuff.
Yeah. Has he ever been in any historical events? I've heard that he was like 1,000,000 years old or something.
Yeah, not that I know of. I'm pretty sure he hadn't told me about it, and it might be the shock of it, but where he was at, where I found him, that's near one of the most major earthquakes in the world's history, northeast Arkansas. And I'm sure he was there and felt it, but apparently it scared him because he won't talk about it. I guess it's our version of PTSD. I don't know.
Yeah, and I can understand that. So, has he done anything lately in the world, or
Not lately in the world. You know, he's like me. He's getting a little older. He's getting a little more tired. But he's parachuted. One of his favorite things to do, even today, is to roll down hills. If you can find a good steep hill, and you have to give him a little nudge. But he gets started. You can just hear him laughing and giggling all the way to the bottom.
yeah. And could you tell me about his first parachuting experience?
It was in college, and they had a very tall bridge that we had to walk across, getting to the other side of campus, and so I had a good friend of mine who was a baseball player for the college baseball team, and we tied a model rocket parachute to Herman, and we walked out in the middle of this bridge, and this guy threw Herman straight up in the air, and he went out of sight, and we didn't know where he went until the parachute opened. But we had people down in the bottom because there was water. You know, rocks don't swim, so we had a rescue recovery team in the bottom of the ravine, and he loved it. He thought it was great.
Yeah. Does he ever climb down buildings or anything?
Usually not. Now, if you give him a set of stairs to roll down, he's excited. Now he has trouble getting back up. You have to help him back up.
Thump, 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 thump,
Yeah,
thump,
he
thump,
does. You hear him all the way down.
Cool.
He's having a good time.
Yeah. I wonder how he would deal with hotels. Because they have those giant staircases.
Yeah, we've been in a couple of those, and he's always the spire stuff. He wants to do the banister thing, and I keep because there's if you fell off, there's somebody's head down there gonna get hurt, and so I've always been a little bit leery of that,
Okay. So, how do you think about this interview? Do you think it's going good or anything?
I think it's going great. Herman was very nervous because people sometimes want to poke fun at him, but he could tell me, and he told me very quickly, hey, this is good, this is cool, and a lot of people don't understand pet rocks. Back in my day, they sold them in stores, which that's kind of like selling your child in the store or something,
It really is.
but he's just a domesticated rock, and we get people to understand that, hey, they're just like everybody else. They're different.
Does he have any hobbies or anything?
Other than hunting with me, and occasionally he loves to ride in the car. But the biggest problem there is they don't make seatbelts for rocks, and if you put him in a cup holder, he can't see. And then if you put him on the dash, he's worse than a dog. He's going to be running back and forth across the dash. Every time you make a turn, he's wanting to see what's on the other side.
Kind of like a hat or...
Yeah, just running back and forth. And you know, it's just not safe. So, but he loves going rides. He loves rides.
Yeah. Well, I haven't brought Stormy on any rides before, but my stepdad has a motorcycle, so
That would be cool. Now, you know, but make sure you got a place to strap him down, or
Yeah.
you know, strap Stormy down,
All that
because
kind of
the
stuff.
last thing you want to do is have to go try to find Stormy in a big old pile of grass alongside the road. That'd take a while.
that would suck, especially the grass out there.
Yeah, it'd be difficult. So.
Yep. So, are you happy being interviewed? on the
Yeah,
board?
I've enjoyed it. I love getting that word about Herman. You know, people think,
Mhm.
so for some reason they think we're weird, but we're not.
I know.
We're just different.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody's weird or different in some form of way.
Yeah, exactly. In our own way.
Yeah.
We're out there a little bit.
Yep. So, thank you
All right.
for
You're more
letting
than
me
welcome.
interview you. I think that's all my questions.
All right, I appreciate it. You take care, and we appreciate it, and I'd love to see the finished product.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Subscribe, like, and visit Herman the Rock at Facebook.